Good morning, YouTube. It is a great day for you this morning because it's a great day for you to raise your consciousness. It's a great day today for you to be healed. The healing energies are flowing. People around the world are expanding their consciousness. People around the world are rising into leadership positions, making the changes, healing the people, raising people up. It is just an exciting day today to think about all those wonderful things that are happening, and it's a great day for you to get in on it this morning. And I just feel that power just flowing all out of every cell of my body. I feel it flowing over me, and I know, of course, where the source of it is, that it comes from within, from those rivers of living water that are flowing out that immortality. There's power in those rivers. There's glory in those rivers. There's healing power in those rivers. There's healing energy in those rivers. There's rivers that'll flow out and give you the energy to do what you need to do today, to make the change you need to make today. And as I got out this morning and ran my 2 miles, I was trying out some new running shoes. And as I put those on and began to run, I realized that they were going to do a very good job for me. And I began to just run, and I just didn't even feel my feet or my legs whatsoever. I just felt like I was flying, and all I could see, I was up here, just up here, and my legs and feet were down there, and I didn't even feel them. I was just like I was flying through the air. I was just so full of joy and ecstasy, and all I felt was a nice breeze. It was a nice 58 degrees with just the right breeze this morning. It's going to get to be 82 today, but that won't be till 4 o'clock, so we're just having another marvelous spring day, and I just can't believe it, and I just am so thankful for it. I'm so thankful for the wonderful things that are going on in the world. I'm so thankful for the wonderful country I live in, and I am so thankful this morning for the ability to get out and enjoy a nice run like that on a nice, wonderful morning where it's just the right temperature. But all that is just like when we get into those rivers of living water, they begin to flow and they begin to come out of us, and that energy just makes us feel like we're flying. At first, as you first begin to meditate, and as each day as you first begin to seek inspiration, and you first begin to seek for lifted thoughts and raise your awareness, it may seem like it takes a little bit of effort, but then after you keep doing that for a while, for a few weeks and a few months, it gets to where you just take right off, just like you take off running after you've been running for several years, and you're in practice, and you don't even feel your legs or your feet. They're not even tired or heavy at all, like they might have been when you first started practicing running. And that's the way it is with this. You just get to where that energy just takes off when you first wake up, and the energy just begins to flow, and the healing power just begins to go, and we have everything that we need within that flow that flows within us. We have the energy and the healing energy to begin to heal. There's enough energy in that flow to heal every person on the face of the globe. There's enough energy in that flow to bring abundance to every single person in this world. There's enough energy in that flow to rectify every problem. There's enough energy in that flow to do away with all hatred. There's enough energy in that flow to bring all people together in brotherly love. There's enough energy in that flow to take care of everything that needs to be taken care of in your life. There's enough energy in that flow to give you abundant and buoyant and exuberant energy to accomplish great and marvelous things in your life. And it's all there for you now. It is all there. Just turn to that source within you. Turn to that infinite mind within you. Turn to those living waters within you and begin to receive those. And you'll begin to fly just like you're taking off with new running shoes. And you're just flying through the air. And the energy is just going. And the healing power is just glowing on you. And the radiance is just coming out of you everywhere. And so it's just a marvelous time today for us to begin to get into this. There's all the abundance that you could ever need available right now within that flow of the rivers of living water. John 7:38 says, out of your innermost being will flow rivers of living water. You come to the awareness of the truth which was being taught in that passage in St. John, what he was teaching and what was is being taught in all the Gospels by Jesus, and come to the knowledge and the awareness of the general omnipotence and omnipresence and omniscience of God, the all-present, all-knowing, all-powerful God. Acts 7:38, and in him we live and move and have our being. If you come to realize all of those, it'll cause such rivers of living water to flow out of you, and you'll realize that you have all of the things that you need. As these rivers of immortality begin to flow, the healing power begins to grow, and we begin to glow, and our power begins to show, and then people are raised up, and they begin to go, and we begin to change the world. We go, and we glow, and we show, and we change the world as we begin to flow these rivers of living water. It's just a powerful thing, and we need to ask ourselves this morning, how omnipotent is our source, how omnipotent is our infinite mind, how omnipotent is our God, how infinite is the divine mind which we have readily available within us, and is able to give us all the energy and the power that we need. How infinite, how immortal, how powerful, how intelligent, how ready to give us energy, how ready to give us grace, how ready to give us authority and dominion and power and strength and wings to fly and ability to change things. This infinite mind is. We need to stop and begin to consider and begin to think. Yes, and then you will be able to begin to get up and run in the spirit and not feel any drag, not feel your legs or your feet dragging you down. You'll begin to soar on the wings like the eagles. You'll be able to fly over all the problems and all the troubles and all the fears in your life, and the perfect love of God will cast out all fear. 1 John 4:18. For God, our infinite mind, our source, is infinite love, is all powerful love, is the love that has the power to change everything and do away with all hatred, do away with all fear, do away with all disagreements. And this world is in need of that type of change today, and we have all of that power within us now. The power is there if we'll turn to it. Why do we not turn to that power which was in us now so that we can gain that energy? Why do we not turn to that power that is within us now so we can gain the healing power and the power to heal others? More importantly, that we'll be able to heal other people, and we'll be able to reach out and heal. You can be healed this morning, and you can be healed this morning, and everyone that is listening to me this morning can be healed this morning. There's not a person out there that can't be healed this morning. There's not a person out there that can't gain 100 times the energy that you have right now. And don't tell me that you can't accomplish 100 times what you have ever accomplished before, because the power is there. It's there. It's infinite. It is ready to flow. It's ready to go right now in your life. And so let us get into that. Let us raise our consciousness. This is the day to raise our consciousness, to realize how powerful all of this is, and how wonderful this all is, and how infinite this all is, and how omnipotent God is, how all-present God is, and how all-powerful God is, and how all flowing God is, and how all energy-producing God is, and how all healing God is. God is infinite healing power, and that infinite healing power is flowing in those rivers of living water that are waiting to flow out of us. Water, the infinite, living water means exactly immortality and infinite energy and infinite healing power. And when you have that infinite healing power flowing within you and flowing out of you, it's going to heal. It can't be kept from healing. The healing is going to happen when the healing energy is flowing out. It's going to heal. When the healing power is flowing out, it's going to raise people up. When the healing intelligence of God starts to flow, it's going to make you more intelligent. When the healing creative energies of God begins to flow in you out of those rivers of living water, it's going to make you more creative. day, and it's going to give you more power and strength, and the leadership and the authority and the dominion of God was in those rivers flowing out. It's going to give you more authority, more leadership power, and more dominion over every aspect of your life, and make you more organized, and make you more powerful, and make you able to do more make more wonderful changes in this world. And so we need to begin this morning to ask ourselves, where does this energy come from, and how can I get more of it, and how can I begin to, we have to stop and just meditate upon that energy, and just say, I know that energy is there, and then we begin to just make the just solid affirmation that I know I am now more energy than I've ever had before, and I know my energy is going to grow every day. I am energy. I am healing power. I am authority. I am dominion. And know what it means, and know it's because you got it flowing out of you. Not just because you're making the affirmation, because it's already flowing out of you, and all you have to do is lift your awareness to it, and so you truly can say those things because you know where they're coming from. Once you know where they're coming from, you can say those things, and you can believe them because you'll see them begin to flow. You'll see the changes begin to take place. You'll see the manifestations begin to happen. You'll see all the demonstrations of the power of this infinite mind, that's power of divine mind, our God. You'll see it begin to go out in waves of change, out in waves of power, and waves of healing, and people will be raised up, and leaders will be born, and things will begin to change, and we've got enough power there to just totally do anything that we need to do as far as rectifying any type of a problem that is going on, that is stopping us from utilizing our resources, that's stopping us from mushrooming our technology, that is stopping us from refurbishing the education system to meet the needs of everybody, and to make a better education system that will make us competitive in the world. All of that power is flowing in those rivers of living water. People are not aware of it, but when they become aware of it, as we're beginning to do, because everybody now across the face of this globe is beginning to raise their consciousness, so we're going to become aware of what it'll all do. We're going to become aware that we can gain the spirit of learning, and we can refurbish education to where everybody will enjoy learning, and everybody will enjoy becoming educated, and everybody will enjoy becoming more intellectual. Everybody will enjoy feeding their mind with strength and power and energy, and growing their mind, and increasing all of those interconnections in their mind. All that'll become a joy, because it'll become easy, because all that energy to learn will be within you, and it'll be flowing out of you in mighty rivers, and you'll be learning faster than you ever thought you could learn. You'll be speeding up your learning 10 times or more, and you'll be getting 10 times or more done as you begin to get in these rivers and let them begin to flow out of you. Oh yes, it's going to be a marvelous day. It's going to be a wonderful day when we all begin to raise our consciousness to the power that we have within us. We have such great power within us, and we have such great power in our mind, and our mind is not contained within this skull that you see right up here. It is not contained in that. Our mind is one with this whole universe. Our mind flows in and out, and through and throughout, and in union with infinite mind, our divine source, and our divine God, and it's connected. And as soon as we raise our mind, raise our awareness to see that, then all of those infinite thoughts, and all that infinite creative power, and all of that healing thoughts and that inspiration will begin to join in with our thoughts, and begin to raise our mind, and raise our awareness, and raise our learning ability, raise our IQ, raise our creative ability, raise our healing power, and raise our leadership and potential, and all that will begin to go. And as it begins to flow, and it'll begin to go and glow out of us, and as we begin to raise our consciousness. And so this is the day to begin to raise your consciousness. This is the day to realize that you have all that energy contained within you now, and all you have to do is begin to get all your fears and your doubts out of the way. It's not what we don't have as far as what we don't have available, it's what we're putting into our mind, which we need not put there, which is untrue. And we're putting in there superstitions that I can't do it. We're putting in there fears. We're putting in our mind doubts. We're putting in our mind everything but what we need to realize, and that is that all power is there, and all energy is there, and all strength is there, and it's being held back by our own beliefs and our own fears and our own doubts and our own unwillingness to raise our awareness, to get into meditation every day and begin to realize what we have and what we have available and what we really can do and how we can really go and how we can really flow and how we can really heal people all around the world and make the changes that need to be made.